Hey everybody, how's it going? This is The Prisoner. This is episode number 10, and this episode is called It's Your Funeral. Last episode, it was his birthday. Now I'm assuming it's his funeral. So number 6 went through a bit of an interesting time last episode. We saw how he was able to leave what appeared to be a deserted village, went back to his home in London, and it never occurred to me before just how much the decoration at his London home was replicated in the village, in his house in the village. And I was like, oh Jesus, the shape of the door's the same. They've got similar rugs, they've got similar furniture. And I was a bit like, oh, that's different. And we've saw other places in the village before that are decorated very differently as well. So I wonder if it's like a conscious thing that the village does. It recreates what they would perceive as that person's normality, make it look as much as home as they can, so that these people settle in and just conform and be part of what's going on here. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this episode, because last episode I was like, oh God, has he got out? Has he got out? Has he actually got out? Because we saw in the Chimes of Big Ben where we thought he'd got out and he hadn't. So I always just assume when I'm watching this that he is never going to leave. It is just Royston Vasey, isn't it? He's never going to get out of this place. He's stuck here forever, I guess. It's going to be interesting to see how it unfolds as we go forward, and whether or not he does have the opportunity to leave at some stage. So I'm going to get on into this. Let's go. Hey. She alright? I like how nobody seems to lock their doors.
At last. What are you doing here?
I was just going to wake you up.
You have. Who are you?
I'm a number.
I'm a number.
Let you get in.
Oh shit.
The door was open.
Always is.
Yes.
To them, isn't it?
But I'm not one of them.
No.
They just let her in.
What do you want?
Help.
Go to the town hall.
I am not one of them.
She already said she's a number.
No one is. Go back.
I like how he's cottoned on to
Tell
that,
them I
because
was
I've been
not
saying this
interested,
for a long
that I
time.
wouldn't even listen. What's the point? They know already.
Now we'll see how accurately they've timed it. She was given a drug yesterday, one of the new super strength mopropamates that we've developed. She doesn't know anything about it, of course.
Yesterday.
Well, the drug remains dormant until triggered by the nervous system, and then it releases itself to the desired quantities to produce
A reaction?
instant tranquility or temporary oblivion.
Sorry.
I like how we just left her on the floor though.
No.
Like didn't put her on the bed or the couch.
Drugs.
Oh, it's not daft.
Your pupils are contracted.
You were given
I
something.
don't take drugs.
Forced feeding them.
Why would they?
You tell me.
I'll find help somewhere else.
They told you to find it here, didn't they?
Leave what you like. It doesn't matter anymore. No, it does matter. This concerns the welfare of everybody in this village.
And welfare is our biggest consumer item, yes?
Joke about this.
Oh
again.
man.
Assassination.
Are you trying to organize or prevent one?
Prevent.
Him or
They
number
would have to
2?
take reprisals. Everybody would suffer.
If only I had just a little bit more time.
We're running late as it is.
I know that.
The fact that they just do experiments consistently is what freaks me out in this.
Yes, sir.
That phone's not at his
once.
ear. Is it number 1?
Number 2 here. Yes, I realized that, but what put us behind was the girl's hesitancy. As you know, she took a long time making up her mind to see him. Well, I realize that's the reason why we selected number 6, a matter of credibility without which the plan might backfire.
Oh God.
Indeed, I will, sir. As you say, I must find a way to make him interested.
I love that the people outside of the village know what's happening in the village.
Activity prognosis on number 6.
That's if this person on the phone
Quickly.
is outside of the village. They could be in there somewhere.
Stand by for priority.
See that sign on the wall? I don't think he'd be paranoid enough to leave his locker open, though. That's the thing. Oh, how did they know which watch to get? See, when you put a new watch on, you know it's a new watch, it automatically. Someone's broke that watch in because it wouldn't feel the same on your hand. Oh no. They'll be like, no, we can't fix this, we don't do batteries.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's
Stopped.
stopped. Just be a moment.
Oh, I think he's already onto this.
It's all right now.
Intriguing. What's it for?
It's nothing. It's just a toy.
Good.
I saw you go in. How did you find out?
Big pardon?
I never mentioned the watchmaker to you. What put you onto him?
My watch. It stopped.
Is that the only reason you called on my father?
Father.
Oh!
Oh, that explains why you're so concerned, doesn't it?
And you? Same total disinterest?
Not quite the same.
Why is there like a
What's
father-daughter here?
What's made you so interested?
Because I don't believe that a device to detonate explosives by radio is a toy.
You think number 6 has fallen for it?
No, not yet. But he will. He will.
And after it's all over, you will be showered with official congratulations.
Yes.
I believe you've already met this gentleman.
Yes, a short while ago. It has stopped again.
It's running well.
Father, we've come to talk to you.
I can guess what about. Sick of your begging and whining, you hear? No more of it! No more! What I'm doing is for a principle. We are in this prison for life, all of us. But I have met no one here who has committed a crime. I'll protest in a manner
People
I
will
cannot
have committed
ignore.
crimes.
Some other way.
I think Rover just
not by
gets
an act
them.
of murder.
Well, since he cannot reason with the watchmaker, he must come here to warn you.
Camera 1, are you ready? Well, then,
What's this about?
pleasure of your company.
I'm here to deliver a warning.
A warning? What about?
A plot to kill you.
To what?
To kill you.
Vision, did you get that?
Camera 1, perfect, sir.
Oh, man.
What did he say?
He thinks I'm being used as a communications medium, one more credible than your father.
You don't believe him?
I wouldn't know.
Your Citizens' Council officially proclaimed Thursday, the day after tomorrow, as Appreciation Day. The day when we pay due honor to those brave and noble men who govern us so wisely. You will all be delighted to hear that the proceedings will be opened with an address by number 2 himself, and concluded by the unveiling of our new appreciation monument. There'll be speeches.
And there'll be a bomb.
Maybe more excitement than planned.
Oh, this is like Hook with all the clocks.
It's the Great Seal of Office, always worn by number 2 at ceremonies.
Oh.
Plastic explosive to be detonated by radio.
Number 6, isn't it? Yes, I've been expecting you.
Want to see number 2?
I am number 2.
You've come to tell me there's a plot against my life, haven't you?
Oh, Lord.
You know, my colleague is very concerned about these imminent death by violence projects that you've been reporting during my absence.
What are they doing?
I've reported one only.
Not so. Shall I show you proof?
Please go ahead.
My successor. Should I say my heir presumptive?
Number 6. My dear fellow, do come in, do come in.
I'm here to deliver a warning.
They're going to what?
To kill you. Assassinate you.
Yeah, they did. Oh, I liked this lady because she had the cat.
Assassinate.
I'm sorry, but there's nothing that I can do.
The ceremony can take place without the seal.
The seal is the ceremony.
It's hollowed out, it's packed with explosives.
And before I hand it over to my successor,
Boom.
It will be detonated by radio.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
It's very Bond, isn't
Come
it?
in, please.
I can hear you, Wilbur.
Is everything all right?
Everything's all right. Stop worrying.
Is he all right?
Yes.
Take it.
what for?
It's your passport. No one will question its authority. The helicopter's waiting.
They'll get me eventually.
Fly now, pay later.
They'll find me wherever I am.
As long as it's not here.
This was like not what I was expecting. I was thinking we were going to have a situation like last episode where he got out and thought, like on his birthday and celebrated his birthday. I genuinely thought the funeral in this would be possibly like his funeral. And they do what they did quite early on in this show where they pretended he was dead and we were going to have like this whole funeral procession and things. And it wasn't at all. It was these people inside of the village who were plotting against the number 2. And it's interesting because I'm guessing this guy actually was number 2 and he did have all of these interim people and they were trying to assassinate him so that the guy who was becoming number 2 could kind of, I suppose, take glory in finding those responsible for who did it. And as soon as they started recording like video and audio of number 6 saying there's going to be this assassination, I was like, they're going to doctor this somehow. And to see that they sliced in all of the other interim number 2s was really interesting. And I was like, oh no. And then I was like, they're either going to blame number 6 for this or something's going to happen where he ends up getting the blame by proxy. But knowing that, you know, they indoctrinated this poor like guy who had a watch and clock shop and he just was happy to create this bomb and this seal that was passed from one number 2 to the other on retirement was actually quite sad. I liked that he got a friend in this with this lady who ended up actually being who she said she was, because even he referenced in this that he's made friends in the past and people haven't turned out to be who he expected or who they promised they were. And I like that at least he referenced that as well, because I've been going on about that for ages. This was so cool to watch this, to see that number 2, the one that had retired, was able to get away, but he was like, they'll find me. I loved that. Number 6 helping him get out as well was really nice, because this number 2, the actual number 2, probably showed more emotion than any number 2 we've had so far, and he actually seemed like a guy that you could probably get on with, and that wasn't an asshole and plotting things like the other number 2s that we've seen. Knowing that they're still experimenting on people, we've got indoctrination, we've got this poor lady who was being drugged so that she would go see number 6, just makes you think like, what the hell are the people on that are running this village, man? And like, we've got number 2 on the phone to somebody who's above him, I'm assuming number 1. We don't know whether that person's inside the village or outside of the village. We've had that a few times now where the number 2s have been speaking to a higher power and we don't know who that person is yet. So I may just go watch the next one and I will see you guys later. So thank you.